Welcome to A&M News, and this is Avijit Nandi Majumdar coming up to you once again with a very interesting information. Right, at the moment it's information for me. I do not know too much on the subject, and to know more about it, I must tell you something. This will touch your heart, this will touch your body, this will touch your mind, because it's the way we live and how we live, how healthy we are. This is going to figure out. And you may not be knowing there's a government watchdog which keeps a close, monitors this situation, especially in restaurants that you go out, you love to eat out, the restaurants that you are going to go. Even on the street foods, we just heard about that. We just listen to those conversations. We just listen to what the government of India and the department, there's a department called the FSSAI, is doing to safeguard our health and hygiene. With me, I have Mr. Sumesh Krishnan, who is the Deputy Director of FSSAI here in Bengal, in Kolkata. So let's go into the operational part with Mr. Krishnan. We heard about what your organization is doing, where you are concentrating on. No, you have touched the right chord. Health and hygiene. That's the primary stuff for any individual. But then we have lots of grievances and lots of complaints. So how do you explain the operational part? How do you get into the raids? How do you ensure that down the line everybody is following the prescribed rules?
Thank you so much. If we put it on the right path, what I have felt is there is little low on awareness about the FSSAI's activities that we do on the consumer side. So I would prefer to elaborate on two phases. One is for the industry and other one for the consumer side, what they are right to get and what the industry is supposed to do. And from the consumer side, to tell them, we are an enforcing standard setting authority and as well as an enforcement authority of that food standards. And FSSAI's operation, we cover the industries which manufactures, import, export, stores, sales, wholesale, all the food articles. Now in this, the industry is well following the regulations and the required norms that we set, benchmarks.
Yes, absolutely. We have the kebabs also here for us for FSSAI.
And what I find is there is lots of doubts and
yeah, sure.
And gap on information that what the consumer has to know, and we keep giving advertisements and as well as press releases to tell the consumers.
You will like it. The Astor's kebabs are known for this place is known for its kebabs.
So similarly, recently we had come up with an idea of menu labeling, that for the 5 stars and above hotels, where a consumer goes, he sees the spreads in the buffet or he orders something.
Thank you.
And the person who consumes it is not aware. Most of the times, if you have an allergen in the food, that can cause reactions, and pre-intimation and knowing this in advance before consumption helps them. So what we had introduced was this menu labeling similarly, where the consumer will be precisely able to know what the nutritional values and the caloric values as well as the allergen contained in the food. And
No, that part we understood, but you know what we are really looking at is that people who do not adhere to this, basically from the 5 stars, you're coming down from the 5 stars to the local level, as Mr. Acharya pointed out, then you are looking to change the culture of food habit, make it more hygiene. So now when you do that, how do you enforce them?
that's what I'm trying to tell you. There are two activities that I have been mentioning. One is that enforcement that we do, and other one is other initiatives where we sense out this awareness, tell the people this is what the activities or the choices you have to keep yourself healthy, and these are what the available options that you have in the market. Similarly, the millet mela that we just mentioned, and what we are doing is, whenever similarly we are
So you are relying more on awareness at the moment, is it?
awareness as well as enforcement. That's what I'm coming to.
Okay.
So we are granting licenses, and granting licenses is something the industry needs before commencement of the operations.
Okay.
So once the operations are started, the products which they manufacture are subject to be collected from the market and sent to the lab for conformity to the standards.
Okay.
So this on a regular basis we do, the officers do, they go out to the market, market,
Okay.
and as well as from the manufacturing facilities units, draw the samples, and these are sent to the labs nearby and empaneled labs, and wherever we find these products are not in conformity to the standards that have been set, we file for cases or prosecutions and adjudications and all this. And in case we find an industry or a unit is operating without a license, they are liable to be penalized, and under section 63 there is a penalty of 6 months of imprisonment and 5 lakhs penalty. So now it's the time that we have started enforcement more, and now for picking the samples also we have selected a very unique methodology of taking these samples on this risk basis, preference of the people basis, availability basis, and also on the basis of the import. So these are the products that are available in the market. So considering that the millions and trillions of the products available there in the market, the percentage of samples that we are drawing is slightly on a lower side. So our appeal to the people now is, because now simultaneously we have this awareness also going, and there are lots of products if you see in the market where they claim this is so healthy, if you eat this the diabetes is going to come down, or this oil is good for your health. So all these claims which is sending out a wrong concept to the people who consume it, that by consuming this you're going to get healthy, which is absolutely wrong. So this so we need input from the people also. The products they are buying, if they make any claims which are unreal, not true, or they are making claims which ensures or giving
unrealistic advertisements,
unrealistic or non-scientific claims, so bring to our notice so that we take necessary action to rectify that. Besides, if they are claiming any ingredient which are not in the product, that is tested through analysis, and the manufacturing units have been intimated to rectify the mistake.
Now what you just mentioned is something very big. So supposing there is a big advertisement which says that if you have this product or if you eat this, then your health is going to go good, or but this oil is
absolutely.
So what you are mentioning is that this kind of advertisement, if they do not actually, if they are fake, if they are exaggerating, if they are unrealistic, if they are
correct,
wrong, then they will liable to be prosecuted by the FSSAI, right?
Absolutely.
Perfect. So this is one big side of the story, and you are appealing to the people to come forward with information. If they feel that somebody is indulging in unrealistic advertisement, something which is fake, something which is not up to the standard, something which is not true, then to get in touch with you,
claiming on label which is actually not the product.
Correct. Then to get in touch with you, and you will take necessary action. This is one part. Second part is Mr. Acharya earlier mentioned about the food products, the food which comes up in the storage industry, and when you bring those food in different places. So, what enforcement can you do? What are the rules and what enforcement can you do there?
See, when we send out the officers or the FSSAI goes into any establishment, that be a food service establishment, the hotels, or any other manufacturing industry and all, there are two things which we basically check on. One is the product conformity, that which is not possible on spot, so the samples are taken and sent to the labs. And second is the premise conformity and the adherence of the quality, hygiene and safety of the premise at which the product is manufactured at.
Okay.
So we have been assigning people, the officers, enforcement officers, to inspect these premises, and wherever we find the hygiene or the safety of that premises is not as per the benchmark, they are advised or necessary actions are additionally taken to lift that up.
So when you look at a basket of say fruits or a basket of vegetables, huge storage of vegetables, what exactly are you looking for? Where can be? Is it that they are not properly? What exactly is the standard you are looking at?
So the basic checklist for all these inspections for each industry is different. So for that matter, a hotel is something, the way they procure it, the way they store it.
Are you looking for adulteration?
That's what even when the officers are on inspection, they draw the samples, they draw the raw materials also, they draw the physical final samples also. So everything is again sent for analysis, whether to check whether they are as per the standards that we have set or not. And besides that, we have been sending out lots of notifications in the newspaper also. And recently what we have issued out, one is in public interest, that any bill that you get from a food service establishment who serves, manufacture or sales food, they should have the FSSAI's license printed on their bill. So this was recently in the newspapers also, we had some notifications, and this is so key, important and mandatory. And because we wanted, as an organization, we wanted the industry to come under this ecosystem of licensing. So once they are in the ecosystem of licensing, they are visible. And when the public, because with the infra currently we have, with the schedules we have, getting all these establishments or manufacturing units on our radar is going to take little more time. And the watchdog best at this point is the citizen themselves who monitors, because we keep getting intimations, keep getting letters, keep getting complaints that some or other unit is not working in a clean environment, hygienic environment. And I appeal to the people, this is also one thing in the bills, wherever you buy something, any food article or manufactured food or your catering services or in the hotel, if you don't get a FSSAI's license on the bill, it's that they are not certified with the or granted license by the FSSAI. So this is something.
Then they get in touch with the.
They can get in touch with us, and
through email and on the website.
Correct.
And everything.
So online that is possible. And when they come on the licensing spectrum, and we schedule the inspections and we make benchmark their check the benchmarking of the quality and hygiene. So that is one my appeal to the viewers, that
they should always check for the
keep a watch that whatever you buy food articles, the bills have that FSSAI license, which ensures that establishment is under the database of FSSAI.
And lastly, I wanted to know what exactly your plans for the future, say in the next 2-3 years, as an enforcer.
Let me tell you, sir, now the market is so huge and lots of innovations are happening, and introduction of new technology, expansion of science, and import of food and coming. There are lots of novel foods, new foods and all coming, and we have been trying to import or include that in our standards also. And the role and the future of FSSAI is now huge with the industry booming itself, and our intention is to enforce this standards that we have set and ensure all the establishments are coming up as per the benchmark. And besides, from our point of view, if we think there is lots of awareness that has to go, as we have, I'll mention the RUCO, this is repurposed used cooking oil, industrial basis that we are monitoring. But what about the usage of the cooking oil at home? So for viewers also, it's important that if you boil anything, if you heat oil more than 2 times even at your home, that generates the total polar compound, which we call as TPC, about 25%. So in this soil, if it goes more than 25%, it's very carcinogenic and it can cause cancer, intestine diseases, and liver, and
so when you cook, you cook only once. Do not reuse the oil.
Correct. So
never that your advice
at home also,
at home do not reuse the oil.
Correct.
Cook with that oil once, dump it. Even if some residue is left, dump it.
Correct.
Right? So that's what your advice is.
This is what we are advising, because industrial level we enforce it. At home what we do is to give an awareness. And we are in plan to create health clubs in schools also, because we believe that school children can be the best messengers or message bearers about this food safety. Like if a kid goes home and tells, this is what we are supposed to do, there is a whole round acceptance at home. So this is what now we are planning to generate, that awareness and sense of health and awareness about food safety and eating right, nutrient foods. And the cases of obesity also, if you find, it's all because of the consumption of trans fat. And the message, once the children are so much aware of the right food what they should eat, then avoiding the junks and trans fat and all, so we have a future of
absolutely. They're looking at they're going in the right direction.
Very, very healthy.
Absolutely. Now, one last thing I wanted to know. Biryani is a very popular food in Kolkata, even in rest of the country. Now, we have various kinds of biryani coming in, the street food biryani to restaurant biryani. And now, how safe are the biryanis?
See, it's all, every food are per se very safe only. It's all on the ingredients that you put in and the process that is assigned on that. So if that in that case, if you see at the clean street that we have come up with the concept of clean street food hub, where you go to the street food, and the street food is something heritage, everybody takes it and it's so tasty, and you go there, you see it, the street food is so tasty, but if you look at the hygiene and the kind of preparation they have, you find it, this is what something pulling me out. I mean, street food is really good, but had it been little more hygienic, everybody would have certainly liked it. So this is the right point where we thought we should come up with a novel idea of this clean street food hub, where we identify the street, a street complete, consisting of maybe approximately 20 or more than shops, and to train them how the food should be treated. I mean, how do you handle it, and also the correct way of processing and storing it. And
then that will be helpful too.
That's going to be a game changer, because it's majorly because of unhygienic handling of the foods which causes the diseases. So from the basic level itself, there is an awareness among the people who handle it. So that can be certainly a game changer. We are looking at it positively.
So what you are saying at the moment is that even in the street food sector, you are looking into it in a very and more aware, the consumer needs to be more aware of it.
Consumer,
and
correct.
consumer needs to ensure that their street food, the food from where they are taking this is safe.
Correct.
That is more important at the moment. But the big thing that you have just mentioned, what really caught the eye is that do not, even if you are cooking at home, do not reuse the oil. That's the big thing that you have mentioned.
Correct.
Do not reuse the oil even if you are cooking at home, and even outside you should always look for not to use, because trans fats is the most important thing. So we just heard from Mr. Krishna something very, very important. So beware, even if you are cooking at home, if you have tended to eat more fried food, ensure that your oil is safe. Use oil only once for cooking. Dump it if you are frying once again. Use fresh oil. Exactly, that's what you are saying. This is very important, very important. So a lot of news thing that we have heard today from Mr. Krishna, and he has got one more point to add, which he wants to add. Yes.
That is that whenever, as we have already spoken, if you find a product is not as per what it's claiming to be, we have a WhatsApp number where the helpline number is established. So anybody can call us up. We are available in a number. You can note it down: 8276939111. This
8276939111. 8276939111 is the helpline number, 24 hours helpline number.
That's not 24. During the working hours, this is available.
It's a working hour helpline number where, now this is another very big information. This number is available during working hours whenever a consumer feels that certain level is not there, certain aspects which you just pointed out is not available. If he has or she has a complaint, then they can coordinate with you on that number.
This is for the consumers as well as for the, because we find there are lots of doubts and clarifications also the industry needs, units need, applicants need to get a license. So there also, whenever they are stuck, they have any issues,
they can also get in touch.
They can also call that.
So this is also for industry people as well as consumers.
Correct.
One number for everybody.
And we have been going very strict about this misleading claims and wrong claims on the labels, and we have even raised around 20 cases against the FBOs, food business organizations, and wherever we find they are not as per the standards, and where the food standard is not as per the food quality is not as per the standards, we have been making cases, we have been filing adjudications.
Okay.
And even without running business also, and there were few cases sent for prosecutions. So my advice to the industry as well is to register yourself or get license for your units if you are manufacturing, handling, selling, or doing a warehouse, importing, exporting any kind of food articles, and also to have regular analysis, 6 monthly analysis of the food products that you are manufacturing to ensure that it's as per the standards, and also to ensure a very hygienic and clean environment of manufacturing as well as to production, to ensure a healthy living for the citizens.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Krishnan, for all this information that you provided to us, and I'm sure we're looking at a more healthy future. So stay fit, stay healthy, keep watching ANM News. Thank you very much, and we'll come back once again with more such information in future. Thank you.
Please don't forget to subscribe our channel and also click the bell icon to get the latest updates.